And I'm Steve Edwards.
I'm Melody Rogers.
We're going to give you a sneak preview, a spy story and a thriller produced by budding young filmmakers. Remember when we were budding?
Oh, Steve. Stay with us for Two on the Town.
I got your weenies, Marion.
Meet independent filmmaker Mark Pirro. He hasn't exactly made the big time yet, so twice a week you might catch up with him at the Egyptian Theater in Hollywood, filling the popcorn machine or tending the hot dogs. Pirro insists he doesn't have to work at the Egyptian. It just gives him a chance to view the competition and to listen to his friends. There just may be a time when the competition checks up on Pirro's work, when he's not watching the wieners.
I think he's going to go far. Look out, Spielberg.
It amazed me, his ability, being so young, to be able to get into our heads and his own and create a Super 8 film that has done as successful as this one is doing. I'm real impressed.
Fink.
Lee, I thought you...
Fink, this is Lotta, an old friend of the family.
I loved working on Mark's films because he always comes up with more bizarre ways to kill me every time. I thought we were friends, you know.
Lee, what did you forget?
I'd have to sum up with one word. He charms people. He actually, you know, he just gets people that... makes people, inspires people that want to work for him, want to do it right.
It won't happen again.
No, number one, it won't.
They're biased, of course. All of the people you just met are stars in Mark Pirro's ambitious send-up of the James Bond films. A film called The Spy Who Did It Better. Believe it or not, the entire film was shot in the Super 8 format. The same format that's been the domain of home movie makers. But don't make the mistake of calling Pirro's work a home movie. It cost about $2,000.
I did it for the love of making a film, because I enjoy making films, and it kind of bothers me when people do refer to it as a home movie or as a cheapy production or whatever else you want to call it. But you have to accept that. I mean, that's because it was shot in Super 8. If there's all throughout the production, people are saying you should shoot it in 16. I mean, if you're going to spend this money, why don't you make a shorter 16mm film? And I know that everybody's making short 16mm films if they're into filmmaking.
Pirro once tried his hand at making another Bond spoof at the age of 14. He nearly got kicked out of school for asking his young friends to play bedroom scenes. A small problem indeed compared with the headaches faced by Super 8 filmmakers. Consider these remarks from Pirro's friend, Craig Basuk, who made a suspense film called Withering, based on a story Alfred Hitchcock told on The Tomorrow Show.
And I realized I had seen Mark's film, and I said, my God, this is something like I've done. And he said, look, you know, there are places that want to see this format. So we got together and brought the idea to New Art.
Souvenir for the kids.
The Los Angeles Times billed the New Art Show as the Poor People's Film Festival. All Pirro wanted was the chance to have his work seen.
I've always made my films to be seen. I mean, I've never made them to just put them on the shelf or hide them and just run them for family and friends and in garages or whatever. I've always wanted my films to get out there and be seen by people, and I love it. I mean, I really enjoy getting the reaction. I enjoy showing movies just as much as I do making them, at least. Someone once said that anybody can shun and ignore the bad comments of the films, but you really know you've got it together when you can start ignoring the good comments. You sort of have to learn to immune yourself to some of the comments, because if you know you made a good film, and without sounding big-headed about it, you know you put all the work into it, you know, you got to be prepared to get all sorts of comments on it, and just smile if they say something really rude about it, or like, I think one thing should have been done one way, or I think one thing should have been done another way. It's fine. If you thought it would have been your film.
But the Pirro talent stable is already beginning to crumble. John McCafferty, his leading man in The Spy Who Did It Better, has been swooped up by the NBC soap opera Texas. Counter spy Bobby Dorsch has just finished a bit part on Magnum P.I., and arch-villain Zachary Harris has completed a role in a horror film called Full Moon High. Leading lady Jerry Liotte has just returned from modeling assignments in Europe. But another villain, Alfie Pearl, is still running the projector at the UA Cinema in Sherman Oaks. As for Pirro, his days behind the stacked bar may be numbered. He's starting to attend studio story meetings with a personal agent.
We've got pending things going right now, which may come as a result of the Super 8 Spy Who Did It Better, and I'm hoping that, you know, we'll see which way that flows too. But I'm constantly continuing, I'm writing scripts and doing new bits here and there to just keep the creative juices flowing.
But it's not quite the end for the Poor People's Film Festival. The early works of Mark Pirro will be spotlighted one more time, on April 1st to be exact, at the Vista Theater in Hollywood.